Hey y'all, so I'm about to do today's workout. I plan on checking in with you kind of in the break and afterwards, so we'll kind of see how it goes. But today we've got, for intensity and technique, we have a 1,600 meter run, which is a mile. Then we have a 10-minute rest, which is a really long time to rest. And then another 1,600 meter run, so it goes mile, rest, mile. Whew, it's gonna be nasty. But let's talk about run scaling. So if you have a 7.5 minute best mile ever to 10-minute mile, we're gonna do 1200s instead of the 1600s. And if you're in the 10+ minute mile range, we're gonna do 800s instead of 1600s. The run scaling is extremely important on this is because as we go, we wanna develop your running technique and your running speed along with your distance and cardio capabilities, which will only happen if you're doing things in a way where you can actually focus on the speed. So instead of going further and slogging, better than that is going to be scaling it down and working on getting the feet up off the ground and working on creating that speed. And then we create that speed further and speed further and speed further. Then we come back and create more speed further, further, further. And we kind of build these things together instead of just going long, slow, over and over again, long, slow, further, and further. So let's develop that running technique and speed. You're not going to be able to go as fast as possible, so we should not be setting a PR first run, but we need to be going fast. That 10 minutes, oh man, what should happen is the first kind of 3 minutes are probably going to feel terrible in the rest, but 10 minutes is a really long time. So about that 5-6 minute range, you're going to start feeling like yourself again. You're not going to be 100% going into the next one, but I feel like people do much, much better pushing it and trying to survive than pace it and then kind of pace it and go hard at the end. We can have minutes of difference there. So push the pace. We're not going to try and set a PR, but push the pace, breathe, posture, push the pace on this first run, rest, figure out that second run when you get there. All right, I'll see you after the first one. Okay, y'all, just got done the first run here. I got 10 minutes on the clock. I did the first run about 40 seconds slower than my fastest mile. I should have done the percentage for you, but I can't think right now. But wasn't crushed. Felt like I was running fast. I was kind of thinking I was going to be closer to that fastest ever mile, and I just forget when I go mile, it's like I am pushing the pace in a way that makes me hurt so early, and I was way more conservative on this one. So usually I'm sub 5.5. That one was right at the 6 minute mark or so. So I got 10 minutes of rest. Really what I was thinking about out there is the same thing I always talk to y'all about, is I think of posture. And then today, my big thing was breathing. So from the very start, I was trying to get big air in, and I was just trying to find a rhythm, and I could kind of time it with my steps where I was taking in, out, and it was timed with my steps. And so it was kind of, I can't say it's meditative, but out there when I'm only focusing on keeping that breathing in line, it distracted me from everything else, and it kept me the whole time. It was really my legs that were kind of my limiting factor, but you can tell I'm out of breath now, but I'm not on the floor dying. And I think it's because sometimes when I run, I just don't think about breathing until I have to, and then it's too late. And this time I was out ahead of it. So I'm gonna try and do the same thing on the second one. I'm gonna be way more aggressive at the beginning of the second one. And again, I like to be aggressive on flatter downhills, and I like to take it easy on uphills, just trying to feel my effort level. So I'm gonna focus on posture, breathing, but I'm kind of push the pace. I'm gonna see if I can do the second one faster. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but we'll see what happens. That's my goal. See y'all afterwards. All right, y'all, so just finished the second run, and I had high hopes. So in that 10-minute rest, I talked to y'all at the beginning of the 10-minute rest, I really recovered really well. And I even had the thoughts of like 3 minutes left. So I had a lot of time left in the rest where I was really feeling good. But this just goes to show you, don't cut that rest short. You're going to need every second. I was feeling great, maybe with 4 minutes left. And I even started having thoughts of, man, I'm going to PR my mile time. I was like, maybe I'm warmed up. I'm feeling great. Maybe I'm going to come out, PR that mile time. Wasn't the case at all. I was way wrong. So just to put everything in perspective, My best mile time is somewhere just under 5:30. I did this one in about 6. I did that one in about 6:20. So this one was even slower, even though kind of leading into it, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna PR. So same strategy here. I was focused on breathing consistently, just trying to get air in, air in, air in. Through it, I tried to push the pace a little bit at the start, and it was very quickly, it was in the first 400 meters where I just felt like my legs didn't have the same pop and power that they would if I had warmed up to do a mile time trial, or they didn't have the same pop they had in that first round. So cardio and legs were kind of the limiting factor here, and I still like to push, especially when it's the last thing I'm doing. I like to push the pace early and then just try and figure out how to survive the end of it, because I feel like when I slow down and I'm in survival mode, I'm not going that much slower than if I'm in pace mode. And when I'm in push it mode, I'm going way faster than when I'm in pace mode. So instead of pacing and trying to finish stronger when I'm kind of tired, I'd rather push and try and survive. And my times at the end of things like that tend to be a lot better. So this is a fun one. Again, I didn't do the percentages for y'all, but y'all can expect like 30 seconds to a minute slower for that mile time here, and then trying to maintain that same thing, if not beat it, on the next one. So don't come out the gate trying to set a PR. Come out the gate fast, smooth, working on running technique, breathing, 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 breathing. 10 minutes is a long time. So if you're crushed in the first 3 minutes of rest, don't worry. 10 minutes, you'll come back, you'll feel pretty good, and then it's just doing what you can on that last one. Enjoy it. Talk to you guys soon.